right, well, Josh might be in surgery right as we speak, right as we are listening. Happy day 15 of Podmas. Welcome back. I am your host, Jess, and today we're talking about rest because we are about to go into probably the busiest week of the year, depending on your life and your situation, but leading up to Christmas and the holiday break and New Year's and all the celebrations that come along with the holidays means a lot of go, go, go energy and a lot of commitments. So, I want to talk about little tiny ways that we can get rest in that doesn't take too much mental stress or energy. So, first off, I wanted to specifically have this episode go live on the 15th of December because my boyfriend is getting ACL surgery today. And that is the epitome of forced rest. I mean, he had choice in when he wanted to get his surgery done, if he even wanted to get it done, but he tore his ACL. And so he is getting it repaired as we speak. And so I just want to highlight that sometimes rest is not always a choice or an option. It's something that we have to surrender to. So for him, he is going to spend the next couple weeks and months taking it slow, repairing his hamstring, his ACL, his knee, his leg, his whole thing. And so let's just have a little gratitude moment for the fact that our ACLs are working. If you're someone whose ACL is working right now, bless up. And also, let's talk about ways we can still give ourselves rest that don't feel overwhelming. So the first one that I thought of that I really thought was kind of fun and interesting, which doesn't sound like rest, we're talking about restorative rest here, not laying, or no. We're talking about active rest here, not restorative rest. I think restorative rest is like your body is resting, but active rest is different ways that we can still feel rejuvenated, but we're not necessarily just laying down and doing nothing. We're moving, we're filling our cups socially, or in this way, food wise. So I used to go to the grocery store sometimes and have a little grocery date with myself. I haven't done this in a while, and this episode should hopefully spark my inspiration to do it because, well, first of all, we need to go to the grocery store to get food. And if you live with your parents and you have the privilege of them doing that a lot of the times for you, woohoo, go us. It won't last forever. And when I have lived alone, I have always kind of dreaded going grocery shopping. But then I started to think about my experiences that were very positive at the grocery store, and they were the moments when I would take my time. I would go sometimes in the later evening when I wouldn't plan to go to the grocery store, but I would be like, you know what? I need a few things and I'm in the mood and I'm in sweatpants and I'm gonna stay in my sweatpants. And then I would actually really enjoy the visit. I would just walk around, browse each aisle, and come back and be like, oh, that was actually really enjoyable. So, this is my first suggestion on ways to get some rest in this really busy season because there's a bit of a stacking effect if we go to the grocery store on a little me date and take our time. I have gone to the grocery store most of the time with this like hyper speed, trying to get everything as fast as I possibly can, especially when you're there in peak hours when it's really, really busy. You just want to get in, get out. I also come from a family of rushers. I literally have a sign above my toilet that says there's no rush because in this new season of these last couple years specifically, I've been really trying to slow down, relax. If you notice, I talk really fast in most of my episodes, and that's something I'm working on calming down from. So when I go grocery shopping, I am usually in such a freaking rush, and that's not enjoyable. I literally think about going to the grocery store and I'm like, I do not want to go. But then if it's taken as a chance to get away from the family craziness, as a moment to breathe on your own, as a chance to get yourself some yummy snacks that will nourish you in the coming weeks and days of the craziness of the holidays, then this has a whole different feel. Going to the grocery store can actually feel like it fills your cup rather than exhausts you. And Especially if you are someone who travels home somewhere for the holidays. If you've moved away from your hometown, 'tis the damn season, and you need to fly or drive back to stay with your parents or grandparents or aunts and uncles for an extended period of time, you need to take advantage of the me time that you can frickin' get. So being like, oh no, I'll opt into going to the grocery store for running out of ham. That's such an extra thing to have to go get. But like, no, I'll go, no worries. I'll go on my own. No, no, it's all good. I really enjoy a little grocery moment. So low. Take advantage. Do it. I also challenge you to ask yourself, what forms of rest are available to me right now? Another example is a slow morning. Do you need to jump out of bed and immediately go on your phone? Or can you cozy up with a warm beverage and read a bit of a book? Or laugh a little bit with your favorite family member? Or can you go on a walk in the morning before you... Oh my God, I thought I saw snow for a second. Can you go on a walk and have a little slow moment all by yourself with the brisk, cold air coming onto your face and take a little break from your phone and social media? Because when we are stimulating ourselves constantly, it adds to the heightened feeling of stress that we may already be experiencing. This last example I thought of, I think is a little bit funny, but I experienced it this morning. So I live with my parents, as you probably know if you've tuned into quite a few episodes. And so lately I've been waking up around the same time as them, and I will go upstairs because I live in the basement, and I will have my breakfast around the same time they're having their breakfast. And this morning, my dad was staying in bed a little longer. Great example of getting a little extra rest in. There you go, Jeff. And I went up and sat in bed with my dad and my mom. And my dad was talking really, really loud. It was 7 in the morning, and it was just an unnecessary volume. And so I was like, shh, can you please talk a little bit quieter? And like, what a way to advocate for myself. What a way to get a little extra internal rest. If someone's like talking really loud at you and you're just like, hey, just like, it's the morning. Let's like bring it down a few notches. It can change the game, because a lot of times, some of the time, we don't have great volume control. I know I talk really loud sometimes. I have an aunt who talks super loud, and she actually appreciates it when we'll ask her to like pipe down a little, because she's like, "Oh, thank you. Like I have no idea how loud I'm talking, and I can just get so riled up. So like I need people to sometimes tell me to talk quieter." My grandma, also very loud talker. So it just feels nice sometimes. Like, obviously, people might get hurt, people might get embarrassed, people might get angry, people might get upset. That has nothing to do with you, it has something to do with them. And it can be a very useful way to just help yourself stay a little bit calmer in these crazy moments, because for me, loud talkers, especially if it's like over a long period of time, like we're having dinner all together, or there's no reason for loud talking because there's only 4 of us in a room. If there's like 15 people in a room, different story. People are going to be talking loud, especially if people are drinking. I wouldn't really ask a big drinker to pipe down, because that might not go well. But if it's the morning, or if there's no alcohol being consumed, a friendly little "love you so much, I'm just a little tired at the moment, can we please lower the volume?" I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm a sensitive woman. I need some quieter moments. I hope this was helpful for you and gave you a few little rest tactics that you may not have thought about otherwise. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to send it to a friend, and send a TMI story in the show notes so we can have a little laugh together. And I will see you tomorrow. Happy December 15th, and good luck to Josh in his surgery right now. Woohoo! We're thinking of you.